are back, and are you smarter than a 6th grader? Today's theme is outer space. Our contestants are Dylan Fletcher, age 22, and Gabriella Dunn, age 12. What was the first shuttle to go to the moon?
Apollo 11.
Correct. Next question. Who are some astronauts from the 50s, and what mission did they go on?
Wally Shearer was one of the astronauts from the 50s, and the mission she went on in the 50s was...
Sorry, Dylan, but your time is up. We will now turn it over to Gabriella.
Wally Shakira was a part of the Mercury 7 mission, and she was in 1930s.
Okay, the next few questions will be a minute to win it. First one to buzz in will get it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Who was the first person to set on the moon?
Neil Armstrong.
Correct. Who was the commander in the first International Space Station?
William Shepard.
Name one astronaut from the 60s.
John Young.
Name one astronaut from the 90s.
Johnny Blaha.
With all the points that were won during it. We will start with the question Dylan got incorrect. 3, 2, 1, go.
Johnny Blaha, or John E. Elmer Blaha, is a retired United States Air Force colonel and a former NASA astronaut. He is a veteran of 6 space shuttle missions and a stay on the Mir space station.
Next question. What were some facts about the suits first worn by astronauts in space?
NASA astronauts first flew into space during the Mercury program. NASA's first space suits were made for Mercury. The Mercury suits were only intended for the spacecraft.
And that's time. You answered a total of 5 questions. So now we will move on. Name 4 items on the shuttle.
Astronauts didn't get the pleasure of having a living room. Instead, they had a small kitchen, a small bathroom, a small bedroom, and a small exercise room.
Correct. Let's move on. What is the difference between the spacesuits that they wore on the Mercury mission and the spacesuits they used for Apollo 11?
The spacesuits for Apollo 11 program had to do things that Mercury and Juno suits could not. They had to protect astronauts while they were walking on the moon. The astronauts needed to walk away from the lunar lander. The astronauts' suits had a life support system which would help them if they had a problem, and the astronauts could walk a lot farther away from their lunar lander because they did not have a hose attached to their suit.
Correct. I could have said it better myself. What other suits do the astronauts wear?
Sometimes NASA astronauts wear a Russian Orlan spacesuit on the spacewalks. Another Russian suit is the Sokol. Like NASA's orange suit, the Sokol can only be worn inside a spacecraft. The Sokol is worn on a Russian Soyuz spacecraft.
What did the Apollo 13 spaceship malfunction?
It malfunctioned because an explosion pierced through the oxygen tanks and caused the ship to malfunction.
Correct. The Apollo 13 malfunction was caused by an explosion and rupture of the oxygen tank. Next question. The future spacesuits. Next question. What is the future spacesuits? How are they going to be improved?
The new suits will make it easier for astronauts to move. They'll better protect the astronauts from dust, and the new suits will have parts that can be swapped out.
Correct. What are some famous astronauts from the 80s?
William Shepard, because he was the first commander of the International Space Station.
Correct. Which country put the first man on the moon?
The United States of America.
Correct again. Which country was first to put a man in space?
The Soviet Union or Russia.
What is the largest man-made structure in space?
The International Space Station.
How many proposals has NASA picked and will help NASA get new technology and get further into deep space?
NASA has selected 133 proposals from different U.S. companies to research and develop new technologies to go farther into deep space.
What does the ISS stand for?
The ISS stands for International Space Station.
Correct. What is a well-known astronaut from the 80s?
James Voss.
Correct. James Voss is a retired United States Army colonel and NASA astronaut. During his time with NASA, Voss flew in space 5 times on board the Space Shuttle and International Space Station. Next question. How old are the people that might be going to Mars currently?
As of 2017, the people going on to Mars will be between 10 and 20 years old.
That's right. The astronauts that are going to be eligible to go on the Mars mission are currently 10 to 20 years old. This means Gabriella might be one of the lucky people that gets to go on the mission. What type of equipment will astronauts use in the future?
The equipment in the future will be more advanced and easier to use, like the new suits that will take us to Mars. The cameras will also be improved on the satellites. The satellites will also be able to travel farther distances and have a stronger signal to send us back better photos and faster.
Correct. In the future, we will very much improve our human race and find out other life on different planets. What is some old technology they used in the Apollo missions?
On the Apollo missions, they didn't have laptops, so they used command module computers. The thermal protectives didn't have the same design as the newer plans that NASA has for the future shuttles.
Correct. What are some things used in the 1950s for space exploration?
Medicine and technology has had to evolve quickly to support the presence of human beings in space, an environment which humans were not made for.
Right. In the 80s and 90s, what was the main technology used to live in our space shuttle?
In the 1990s, the Hubble Space Telescope is launched, revolutionizing astronomy. The rings of Neptune were first discovered in 1984. The Voyager 2 spacecraft provided images of them in the 1989.